Jarrett. Jarrett.
At the time, I lived in Hendersonville, and I had a farm. And one day, we got a knock on the door, and they came. I had watched Jamie grow up because, and I'm talking about from 4 or 5 years old. Bill Dundee was a good, not only wrestled for me, but was a good friend of mine, and he is a good friend of mine. Jamie, his kid, was problematic. What happens to you is time has a way with kids of you still picturing them 10 or 11 years old when all of a sudden they're grown. When Jamie and Wolfie came, said we're a tag team, we'd like to be booked. I didn't say it, but my first thought was, yes, and I'm Superman. I'm going to jump off of the building. Because I couldn't picture it. It was the craziest get-up, garb, costume, what have you, that I'd ever seen. They had a chain and a hubcap around the front of it. The next thought that went through my mind, because now that we're sitting here talking about it, it becomes more vivid. I had watched Nick Goulas and Roy Welch get old mentally, and I had told myself, I'm never going to do that. I'm going to keep an open mind that life and the world changes. So I said, well, I don't guess it'll hurt to take a look at them. That was really the beginning of a terrific experience because the kids liked them, whether they were good guys or bad guys. The young people liked them, and they were cutting edge at the time. They seemed to have gotten over, to the best of my memory, almost immediately. A lot of people say that we were the forerunner to the extreme wrestling with Tupelo brawl, the hardcore stuff. They were cutting edge hardcore. Wolfie was a very good wrestler, a very solid wrestler. He was in the traditionalist mode that kept it from being a sideshow. Jamie was always a wild kid, a wild child. And I don't mean that in the negative sense, but I mean he's just, the last picture I saw on Facebook, he had a goofy, well, it's not goofy to him, but, haircut. But the combination of the two equaled charisma. A tag team is like a marriage, and both partners have to bring something to the table. In the case of Wolfie and Jamie, Wolfie was the wrestler that carried every match. Jamie had a unique factor, for lack of a better word, let's call it the it factor, that in combination with Wolfie's great wrestling skills made them a charismatic tag team. If you take Jamie and put it on his own, it could be just comical. Oh God, don't tell me. You mean they're not black? Oh, shit. This is amazing. No, let me tell you something. Wolfie and Jamie, white was irrelevant. They walk the walk and talk the talk, and I don't think anybody, black or white, questioned that they were real. They were real. And one advantage that I think Memphis had, and I think it explains why people sit and watch YouTube. So many fans exist today, was that my goal and my encouragement to the wrestlers was keep it real. What I tried to do, is opposite from what a lot of promoters try to do. A lot of promoter would create a character in their head. Vince does this. And then try to get somebody to match that character. Wolfie and Jamie played themselves. Yes, they were the real deal. And that's what I kind of saw at the farm that day. That, you know, these guys aren't acting. Because, see, I knew Jamie growing up as the kid. Bill would get in the car and we'd go to the town and say, I don't know what I'm going to do with that boy. He is nuts. Same as when I saw Jeff up there, you know, my kids. Same as when I saw Jerry Lawler announce, my kids. You know, when you are instrumental in the first matches and watch the development, you can't help but feel like there's a relationship between you. And so, yes, I was thrilled to death. You know, the Moondogs went up. I was thrilled with them. No, I was real happy. The reality of PG-13 was that they could have gotten a reverse Michael Jackson treatment and nobody would have questioned it. You know, they put together some videos. I'm not a rap fan and I don't know the genre, didn't know it then. But I know from what I saw on MTV, I thought they were pretty darn good. That helped. Back in those days, we tried to prepare the fans for what they were going to see so that when they came out to the ring rapping and jiving, and the fans wouldn't go, what is that? So by doing videos and let the people anticipate it, then when they come through the curtain, the people would know them. I don't doubt at all that some of the white rappers didn't at some point in time see one of their videos and say, you know, this is pretty cool. I know that back in those days, everybody watched Memphis TV. Even if they lived in New York, they would get people. We did a video with the Fabs and used a ZZ Top, I think it was ZZ Top, Sharp Dress Man, and they called and said, that video's better than ours. We just wanted you to know we loved it. Who knows? Maybe Eminem saw Wolfie and Jamie and said, you know, I can make a living, I can do that. I don't know.
Jarrett.